we've got some guys a little under the weather. So I know I said this last game, and to be honest with you, I kind of knew the lineup last game, but I truly don't know the lineup today.
So the three guys that were not out there, fair to assume they're fighting it?
Yeah. So we'll evaluate this afternoon, obviously. You just don't know, how it's going to go when you got sicknesses. So we'll have to wait and see what we have here tonight.
You got to deal, obviously, with what comes your way, but how does that compound your issues right now of, trying to find another scoring line, etc.?
Well, the people that are going to be in our lineup, we're going to ask to do the exact same thing if they're, whoever's in our lineup, and regardless of who's in, we have to be a desperate hockey club. We have to do some things that are, better, obviously, than the last three hockey games, and we clearly know that the team we're playing tonight is going to be desperate because of their last game, so it should set up for a real intense hockey game.
Yeah, the whole hockey world, I think, took notice of that the other night. How much do you expect that to be a factor in terms of the way they come at you right from the jump tonight?
Well, hopefully the way that we come after them with the jump at the start of the game, we shouldn't be very happy either. We've lost three hockey games in a row, regardless if the score wasn't like their score. End of the night, it was a loss, and we better be ready to play as hard or harder than they do.
What are you doing a goal tonight, Jet?
Yep.
Zach Bransky had such a great season for you guys last year. Can you just give me a thought on his season this year and how important he is to your back end and to your club?
Yeah, he's extremely important. Obviously we all see, and you guys see the numbers and all of that as far as his offensive production, but what he brings to the table defensively, what he brings as far as leadership on and off the ice, he's a huge part of our hockey team. So he does all those little things right, and obviously has an offensive side to him that puts up big numbers.
So when you have something like this and you don't know how things are going to go this afternoon, how does that approach your mindset for the game and preparation for the game, knowing that it could be jumbled up here by this afternoon?
You just got to be ready for whatever. It's kind of how it goes. I mean, we have pretty good depth on our team. Guys can step in pretty easily to fill positions or roles, or guys can play up and down the lineup across the board. So it's nice to have that versatility with a lot of guys who can play that. So I don't think too much of it. You come in ready for game time, see what's on the board, and you make the most of the situation. So it's no big deal.
Just let her rip. There was a stretch of games here when you guys had balanced scoring all the way through. Third and fourth lines are really chipping in. How do you get back to that?
I think just doing the right things, the little things. Like if you're getting opportunities, you're playing the right way for the most part. There might be things you can kind of clean up, or maybe get a little grittier in front of the net. Like let's get a body or two in there and make sure we have at least a guy in there to take away eyes, rebounds. We don't mind those goals, so we got to make it a point to get to the net and just do the simple things that lead to those opportunities, and you just like grind it out a little more. I think that's a staple, especially when you're not getting the results you want as a line or even individually. Like get to the net, do the little things, and that stuff will pick up and one will bounce off in you.
Yeah, almost less thinking and just more playing like you can.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when you're not scoring or you go through lulls or whatever, like it can be really easy to get away from things that have given you opportunities. Maybe just the end result's not there. Maybe it's a bounce. So that's what I was always taught. You kind of go back to the basics, like what you're taught when you're younger, what your coach or what your dad taught you, like just simplify and do the right things and things will pick up.
Probably don't pay a ton of attention to what's going on with the other team, but they took a tough one the other night. You've been in that situation where your team has to respond. Being on the other side of it now, how do you kind of handle them the first couple minutes, thinking they're going to come out pretty fast?
Well, yeah, I would assume that's going to be the case, but you have to kind of go into every game we're expecting their team to come out hard because we want to bring our game. You don't want to tiptoe and see what they're I guess they're playing a little hard. It's like let's bring our game, make sure they can adjust to us and the way we play and the level that we can get to. So every team wants to do that, but you do your video and things and prep for what's coming, and you know it's how they've been playing lately, but also us. We haven't won in a couple of games here, so it's like we should have that sense of urgency to come out and, like I said, have them match us. So that's going to be our mindset. No matter, we don't have time to really focus too much on what's going on over there. It's like we need a win here too, and it's been a little bit, so we have to have that mindset to come in and be ready to go.
So we were over at the West Edmonton Mall yesterday, right, where the brick was. All the names are on the wall. What are your memories as a 10-year-old playing in that event?
We had a great team. A lot of guys on that team are still playing hockey right now. I had a lot of fun playing with a lot of friends there, and we dethroned the Bulldogs that year, so I was pretty happy about it.
What did it mean to you as a 10-year-old to be there and be, considered among the elite at that time as a little kid?
It was a lot of fun. Obviously, I don't know if I thought about it that way. I was just kind of playing hockey with my friends, and I was lucky enough to have an opportunity to go out and play at Edmonton in the Brick, and it was a big deal at the time. It still kind of is a big deal. You talk to guys now, like, hey, did you play at the Brick, whatever. So it was a lot of fun. Obviously, there's the roller coasters there, the water park and stuff, which we didn't get to use a whole lot, but when we did, we had a blast doing that, so it was a good time.
Yeah. Let's talk about tonight. I guess the narrative is two desperate teams with what happened to them the other night. You guys need a win here tonight. What are you looking for?
A win, yeah. We're looking to get to our game early, play fast, play hard, and get on the board quick. I mean, they're not a team you want to go down too quick, so when they get their momentum, they're going to start scoring a lot, so we want to try and score first and play our game for the rest of the game.
How much is this room thinking about adding some scoring, secondary scoring, and that type of thing? Is that something that's a topic of conversation, a point of emphasis here?
I think our primary scoring has to get going more than our secondary scoring does, to be honest with you. I mean, looking at myself first, like I got to put the puck in the net more. That's not a secret. But obviously having guys all the way down the lineup that can put the puck in the net is huge, and I thought we've had that all season, so I think it's time to just ramp it up.
When you were 10 years old, you played here in the Brick.
Yeah.
What are your memories of that tournament?
I actually, one of the vivid memories I have from that is, I might have a picture of it. I remember our coach, because like the sun would come in on the arena at the mall there, and everybody wanted to wear eye black. So my coach goes, "Yeah, let's do something fun." So he did like my whole face, stripes all the way across. And I remember going out there with that, and I just thought it was the coolest thing in the world. But that's one of my vivid memories from that tournament.
Okay, I got to go text your dad right now.
Yeah, he'll have something for us.
What made that special for you guys? I mean, 10 years old, it's a big deal, right?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a big deal, and you get to play with everybody from your kind of your city and your province, and you get to kind of represent it. It's a cool experience, and they kind of make it like old school. I remember the refs had no helmets and like stuff like that, just to make it pretty special for 10-year-old kids.
Have you been back over there to find your name on the wall?
No, I haven't. My brother and sister, but like my sister played in a tournament there, and she found it on the wall for me, and my younger brother Crosby played there too. He said he's seen my name on the wall, so I need to go back and see it. They've seen it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Just being there yesterday, just kind of seeing the mall, like I can't imagine what the atmosphere is like with all those people in there. Like, do you remember it just being kind of? And I've seen some highlights where it's like it just seems like such a cool atmosphere with like everybody's kind of probably hanging over the ice and stuff. Like, was it kind of neat to just be 10 years old and looking up and seeing all those people?
100%. Yeah, it's cool because there's no other rink really like it that have played in before that. So, I mean, from what I remember, it was you were just pumped to go out there and play in front of that many people in an area like that. It's pretty cool.